cool. Welcome to Multiple Streams Podcast, where we pretty much interview different content creators and entrepreneurs. Today, man, we got a special guest, man. Been knowing this brother for a long time. One of the most successful, legit entrepreneurs floating around Atlanta, man. We got my boy AJ Dewberry, owner of Level 10. Level 10's the monopoly, man. They got they fixing phones. Level 10's phones repairs, man. If you ever in Atlanta, you need your screen repaired, anything, man. Get my boy Level 10, man. But we got my boy AJ Dewberry, man. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you feeling today, man?
Feeling good, feeling great, man. Glad to be sitting down here with you.
Yeah, man. Likewise, man. So yeah, I've been tapping in with you for a few years, man. Like this, I say about 5 years now, man. Like right before the pandemic, man. Yeah, man. So first off, man, where you from, man?
I'm originally from Griffin, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I moved to Atlanta back in 2014, and I've been up here ever since. Came here, I finished college and started my business and stayed.
Okay.
Yep.
Growing up, man, what type of stuff was you interested in growing up? You played sports. You was in the business. What type of stuff you was into growing up?
I actually was in the business, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I can remember when I was 10 years old during the summer with my uncle. We all had stayed at my uncle Aunt's house.
Mm-hmm.
So my uncle, for that summer, he said, y'all can start some business.
Okay.
So mine was, I had figured out how to make these necklaces.
Mm.
And I was printing flyers, putting on everybody's mailboxes. I made about $60. My cousins, it was some girls, theirs was to sell candy. So they became like the candy lady, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then my other cousin, he was an artist, so he used to paint and tried to sell pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like we started that kind of early. So, you know, when me being introduced to that at that time, that what got me into entrepreneurship. But before that, you know, I used to do motocross. Like I used to dirt bikes, go-karts and all that.
Oh yeah,
leading
Griffin.
up into that.
Yeah, Griffin. They got some woods out there.
They got some dirt roads too.
Yeah. You said your uncle?
Yeah.
So he was kind of like would you consider him like a mentor early on?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I did the candy thing when I was like in middle school, man. I just it was like Halloween. They gave me a bunch of candy I ain't like.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I can sell it. You know what I'm saying? To start, you know, I did that or whatever, man. So I say my first $1,000, man. I was in middle school because I ain't spend none of the money. I was just like, I started making the money. My mom and dad, it was like, put it in the bank. You know what I'm saying? I was like, cool, you know. So it's a game, you know. Whatever I make, you know, every blue moon you'll grab a hot dog, a hamburger, or something like that, you know, and you know, every weekend you go into the bank. It was kind of like a game, you know what I mean? But yeah, so you said you moved to Atlanta for college?
Yeah, to finish college.
Yeah,
I originally went to Albany State.
Oh, that's where I went.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, you're around. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Hey, you just fucked me up, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought you had knew me or something. I
don't know.
Hey, you or something.
Well, no, all right, so I knew you because my homeboy cousin worked for you for a while. Cruz cousin, my boy Ant, he worked for you for a few years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, I don't know, bro. Now that you mention it, I had to have known you, bro, because you know everybody when you go to Albany.
Yeah.
But hold on, what year you came in?
11.
2011. Oh, that make a lot of sense. I graduated 2010.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a little older.
So you were gone by the time.
I graduated 2010. Okay, that make a lot of sense. Damn, that's crazy. I ain't know you went there. So how long you went there for?
About 2.5 years.
About 2.5?
Yeah, then I moved to Atlanta and finished up.
Where you end up transferring to?
Finished at Clayton State.
Oh, that's crazy. That's where my brothers went. Like both my older and younger brother went there.
Okay.
Yeah, they went to Clayton State. How did you like the transition? Like,
I liked it because I was very active as far as me, like, I got a job too. You know what I'm saying? So like, I had to go to work. I had to go to school. I need some time to myself. And then I started my business like 6 months after I moved to Atlanta. So from there, I had to do all those things plus start my business. But I ended up quitting my job after 2 days. So
after 2 days?
Yeah. So once I quit my job, like 2 days into my business, yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you said day 2. I'm like, damn.
Nah, as far as how I got started, me and my cousin, we had went to LA for spring break.
Right.
We had got our last refund check for school. We was just like, what are we going to do with it? So
refund checks.
I'm telling you, man, save lives for real. For real. So yeah, we went to LA, went on vacations and stuff like that. As soon as we got back, I'm like, I need something different. I'm like, I need a different environment. Like I want to be able to just go where I want to go and do what I want to do on my own terms. You know what I'm saying? Cause I like how they was living out in LA.
Yeah.
So I went back. I went to work for 2 days, and at that time I was a supervisor at UPS.
Yeah.
So I ended up quitting.
Yeah.
Like 2 days, I just quit. And, you know, UPS got different programs to where they can be sure you're okay. You know what I'm saying? That was like, oh, we need to send a counselor or a therapist to your house or something like that. Is he good?
Is he crazy?
Yeah. They're like, he got a great position.
He left a good
graduate.
position. He's supervisor, and it's a
I was a
good.
senior in college too. So I often go corporate, be it San
you was on the right path.
Like, yeah.
Then you was on the right path, bro.
And then I just say,
that's how you really do it. Because when I graduated, it wasn't like I'm doing door-to-door sales bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you. So, but that was the right thing to do. Like, as far as like, if you was really on corporate, you find something while you're in school and you basically go corporate. You know, supervisor, go corporate. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I think I seen you recall your interview. It was 85 South. I only saw like a small bit of it though, like 15, 20 minutes of it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So you was working in so y'all went to LA. You said LA, right?
Yeah.
And then you and your cousin.
That was in March.
Yeah, I like how y'all living, man. And you basically just kind of got to feel like I want to live on my own terms and do what I want.
Yeah, it was just like a clickable button. It was like I need to do it now.
Mindset shift.
Yeah, but as far as like a right now type thing, not like I need to do this in 6 months. I need to do this in 3 weeks. It was like I need to do this right now.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Like at that time, like I didn't know I was gonna start a phone business.
That's crazy. That man, damn, you burnt the what they say, you burnt the bridge before you even had the idea. Damn, that's crazy, bro.
So yeah, I was like, I'm either do a cell phone repair business, become a videographer, or start a clothing line. So there was those 3 things. I had wrote them down when I got home. Like I said, I went to work for like 2 days, and over them 2 days, that's when I realized I was gonna do cell phones. So I just didn't show up the 3rd day. So I went to work that Monday and that Tuesday. That Wednesday, I was getting started.
History.
I was getting started. I had my whiteboard up right now and everything, my ideas, all on my laptop, doing my research, ordering everything. Like I just felt like a project for school, really.
Yeah, that's lit. So I'm kind of in the phone business as well. Like I do like a lot of I'm a reseller. So electronics is like pretty much been the most sustainable thing across the board. So I actually, like when I was still in the hood, I went on eBay and bought the kit. And like I'm not the best with my hands, you know what I'm saying? Especially with my eyes. I'm blind like one of my eyes, bro. So the little screws, like it's. But I gave it like several people. They just couldn't do it or whatever. And I'm like, man. And then few years later, it got popular. So back then, it was still like the era of the We Buy Gold stores or whatever. And then like I put it like it was like 2012ish, 2013ish. I had bought the kit. And I put the kit in a few people's hands. They ain't really do nothing with it. Then I started seeing people like you, and like all of a sudden it's a thing. Like it's really a big thing. Like the phone repair is one of the most sustainable businesses. You know what I'm saying? And I know you and I both know a lot of businesses like people just don't go. Yeah, they just don't need them that much, or it's like the margins. Like for the most part, like that's what's up. So, all right. So what year was that when you finally said, man?
This 2015.
15.
So this is March 2015.
15.
Yep. And I can give specific dates. Like,
let's do it.
Okay. Went spring break on the 3rd, came back on the 9th, went to work. The 11th was my last day of work.
You got a fucking crazy memory.
I got locked in with the business, and on the 22nd, that's when I went on the road fixing phones. So it took me like 2 weeks as far as me preparing myself, as far as me building up the Instagram page, as far as me putting the Craigslist ads out, building up the Facebook page, ordering things off eBay that I needed and didn't need, and just me spending about 4 hours a day with actual screwdrivers, practicing and watching videos. So I'll set it like a regular work schedule. I'll wake up, plan my lunch. I put at least 8 to 10 hours in each day. Yeah. I spend like 2 hours marketing, as far as like I told you, social media platforms, the Craigslist. 2 hours coming up with a business plan, because you have to know where you're going to get anywhere. So, I'll be writing down like, I want us to do this next. I want to look for a building this size. Like I'm already mapping everything out. And this before I even had my first customer. but I'm already sitting there writing out, okay, what's gonna be my ideal budget for a building. You know what I'm saying? Like I just know it's something I'm gonna make work. You feel me?
Damn, you knew a lot, bro. Before, damn, that's crazy.
I was in school too at the same time, so it was my senior year. So and I made sure that last semester I applied for all the classes that helped me. So I did my marketing class, my supply chain management class, my business, my psychology, and my psychology class actually helped me deal with people and deal with my employees as well.
Yeah, so it's like I took psychology, human resource management, all that type of shit. And then like actual experience, like the hands-on from working from UPS is like a small business.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like damn, that's what's up, bro. Like,
so it was like everything happened the same as that year.
Crazy mind.
You know what I'm saying? So I just applied to what I had. I had training manuals I had created and everything. Kind of like with UPS, we had a manual, so I didn't make a manual for my people.
Yeah.
So they'll say me time over the long run of having to be there.
Right. Damn, and it's like 2015, so that's before everybody had a course and shit for everything. So
yeah,
what you on YouTube?
Yeah.
YouTube, yeah.
Well, on YouTube University,
damn,
man.
And you looking at like before you even had your first customer, you thinking about building spaces.
Yeah.
Damn, that's real.
And at that time, my roommate's friend, he was rapping. So on my computer, we used to do I started producing. You know what I'm saying? I was chopping up the song for him, stuff like that. So we was thinking like shoot in the back, put a studio in the back, had a phone repair in the front. But of course things change and evolve over time, but like you said, the phone repair is very sustainable. So that was
yeah. Like all right, so like it's one thing that you said that really struck. Craigslist, people don't even know. Like that's like so I made a point now while I do a Facebook ad or whatever, but like that's the one specific ad source that just really kind of like skyrocketed my business, and people don't even really know like it's you put the free ad out, I buy this or I do that, and people will really call you. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's still to this day, I still get calls from old ads on Craigslist or whatnot. So now that's crazy. So
Craigslist is like the premier buying and reselling place.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They come up with like OfferUp and things like that, Facebook Marketplace, which is really changed the game. But Craigslist, that's the OG.
It's the OG, bro, and people still sleep on it, man. So all right, so 2015 was when you quit, right?
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to get your first building?
My first building, that was July 2015. So
okay. So you instantly
took me 4 months.
So you started doing it mobily, and so in 4 months.
Mobily for 4 months in Griffin and Atlanta.
And then you said, "Forget it, I'm gonna get." Well, you already had it mapped out.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was just me splitting my time. The reason I did July is because that's when I finished school. I finished school in July 2015.
Right.
So then it was like I got my store a week before I finished my classes.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good transition. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going from class, going down there, painting my building, getting together.
That's crazy.
I'm going, knocking out 4 or 5 repairs because I would like just schedule everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's the best thing about being mobile.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You just set appointments.
Yep.
Set appointments. So that's all. So when I got to the point of me opening the store, I had opening. I set like certain hours, which was probably like 11 to 5 p.m. You know what I'm saying? And then when 5 came, I drive to Atlanta, get up about 6 and do all my mobile repairs up until about 12, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then go home, then wake up, do it all over again. And then in the midst of everything, I'm still operating the business. I'm ordering parts, checking inventory while I'm at a red light. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting it together for real, for real. It was just a whole bunch of building that I had to do to get where I'm at now. Yeah.
All right. So what would you say is like one of your major strengths when it comes down to just the business in general? Like I would say my strength is more like, simple marketing. You know what I mean? But all right, so right now I'm in a position where I'm transitioning from a high paid hustle to business, where you actually got people. And some of my issues, be honest, like human resource management, and like I'm a reseller. So, having to figure out how to trust people with X amount of cash and inventory.
That's crazy. That's my specialty.
That's your specialty?
Yeah.
Damn. It got to be because you got like, how many stores you got now?
4.
4.
Yep.
Yeah. Shit, hey man, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna even lie. That's dope. That's dope.
I always feel like you got to have a certain intuition. Outside of having an intuition, you just got to be respectable. You know what I'm saying? People got to respect you. People don't respect you, they're when they're going to steal from you and do other things. You know what I'm saying? As far as compromising your business. And really, just those two things. But at the same time, I feel like that's why I say back to intuition, because you know, everybody got a feeling of who might respect them, who might disrespect them. That's why I wanted that. Because if it's too good to be true, it might be too good to be true. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the people who work for me or the people I met are people who I never would imagine work for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, so you gotta give everybody a chance. So
okay, so if somebody wanted to start a
well, not everybody based off your intuition change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. No, I got you. Yeah, I mean, like I'm working on getting a few, because like it's easy for me to get somebody to help me out for something here and there. Yeah. When I'm working on finding somebody I can permanently trust, I'm gonna start part time, but pretty much work my way into it. You know what I'm saying? Just get all my systems in order and get everything organized where, like, you know, like you say, it come with respect. Like if you're a little sloppy here or sloppy there, people will think they got one up on you. You know what I'm trying to say? And then it's like, if you joke a little too much with them, they might get a little too comfortable. You know what I'm trying to say? So you got to you got to separate. Like, okay, like if you my friend, it's only so much I'm gonna have you do because we friends. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, try to, and you know, I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't hire a friend, but
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Somebody you know from something completely outside of business, nah, I wouldn't recommend it either.
Like if they need it, nah. Because it's other stuff that can be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Especially working for me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
You gotta be like, I need you to do this. You gotta see the value.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, so say somebody want to start a computer repair shop.
Yeah.
What would you say be step one?
Step one, I say definitely get YouTube. Because you can learn anything and everything.
No, say they already kind of know the skill.
Okay. Oh, so they already know how to fix the phones.
Yeah. They don't necessarily know.
They mobile, basically.
They don't know how to get big. They just know how to do it. They might have worked for somebody that did it. They just moved to Atlanta, so they need a whole new clientele. Yeah. They done it before, but only by
I say definitely get on Facebook Marketplace. Craigslist, start your Instagram page up. Definitely post a lot, get it built.
Okay.
And run some ads. You know, you can run some Google ads, some Facebook ads.
Okay.
But that depends if you're at the point of the way you want to spend money, because you can get it without spending money. So if you want to do it without spending money, that's why I say the Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, start your Instagram page up, get on Twitter or something. But when you get to the point where you're ready to spend money, then you put ads behind those things that you're posting.
And that's just to generate business for
people outside of your region and things like that. But word of mouth is going to be the biggest thing you ever can have. Yeah. Word of mouth, that's how I am now. I don't spend any money on ads, honestly. Right now, we've been in business for 10 years. You know, we got a pretty household brand name here. Yeah. So with that, it's like people just know level 10, level 10, level 10, level 10. And if they don't know where it's at, they'll just type it in. Boom. We be sure that we're very, very visible to everybody.
Yeah.
To everybody. And we also be sure that we do things in each community that we're visible in. You know what I'm saying? Like we do back to school bashes. Right now I did one in each one of those counties that I do have a location there.
No, that's lit.
So, you know, just being good to your people, your customers, that way they're good to you, and just going hard, honestly.
Right. At one point, say they was considering to get a actual, like a small storefront. At what point do you think they should actually consider making that move?
I know
you started early. I know you started early, but like just
it depends on the price.
Okay.
So what you need to do is you need to map out. Cause this is what I did. Map out how many repairs you get. Basically, how many repairs you get over a month. I say definitely go mobile for at least a month. You know what I'm saying? Because that 30-day period is going to tell you how you're going. If you don't see like an increase from that first day to that last day, you should open up a store at that time. You probably just need to apply your time and money into different things to get you a higher ROI towards the end of that 30 days first. But if you, because I ain't going to lie, it should multiply at least by 10. by the end of that 30 days, it should multiply by 10.
Right.
And if it don't multiply by at least like 6, 7 from that first day, you might not be able to afford your bills.
Right.
Because you want to be able to afford it first so you can be in there. And then you want to be able to afford it once you get a staff. Because my staff is, that's the same price as my regular overhead. As far as like my rents combined, my, you know what? I'm lying. My staff is twice as that. It's twice.
So you pay twice as much for the staff as for the rent?
For all locations combined, yep.
Okay. So, all right. So what what would be like a average overhead for just like a one location if somebody do like a small location repair shop? They doing computers. They got 2 employees.
I'll say average price if you want like a nice storefront and like a Kroger or Publix shopping center or something like that. I'll say about $3,500 a month.
Yeah.
To $4,000, including everything, your internet and all that. If you want something like not in a nicest area, but still storefront, you probably can do something for about $1,600 a month. So I say definitely start there, or you can start even lower because I started in suites. I didn't start at storefronts.
Yeah.
Well, my first one was a storefront, but it was still in a suite, so I had a window.
Yeah.
But at this point, I have 4 actual storefronts.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So even start with suites. When I first started with a suite, I was in this hair salon, but they had a suite for me, so I was giving them like $125 a week.
I did that,
and that was all inclusive.
I did that for too. Yeah.
Yeah. So that really came up to what, like $500 a month. You know what I'm saying? So there's plenty of stages to start at, and then you figure out where you need to be. But when it comes to actually getting that store, you got to figure out what area is your customer base. But that's the area you want to go to. Because you also want to go to the people that support you.
Right.
So let's say you in Atlanta, but your customer base is mainly in Stone Mountain. That means that Stone Mountain might not have somebody doing what you're doing. So you might need to go over there and try to tap in and get a location or something. You know what I'm saying?
And if somebody's looking for something like you say 500, you can look at salon suites, flea market, like discount malls, or so right now I'm in the warehouse it's like around the corner of Marietta. It's called Wearspace. I pay like a stack a month for it. I couldn't tell you how many square feet because I'm just not coming to me or whatever, but a lot of people that do like clothing lines, they up in there, you know what I'm saying? And they're kind of like make it to where like they just meet their customers over there, or really just to hold the inventory for the most part. Yeah. So all right. So look, what all services do you provide at level 10?
At level 10, we repair game systems,
I
iPhones,
Samsung,
iPads, tablets, computers, MacBooks, some of everything, man. Honestly, we buy, we sell, just some of everything.
Yeah. So we're gonna definitely have to tap in a little more, man. Because that's pretty much what I do. Like the main thing I'm doing right now is electronics. I'm running ads for specifically consoles and phones.
Yeah.
But I've been doing it so long that most of my business really come from like word of mouth and Craigslist. And I buy other stuff as well, but those are main things. So like normally I just resell broken devices as is, you know what I'm saying? But I was even going to what we was speaking of as far as like hiring somebody. I was thinking about finding somebody that's like a mobile repair type of dude and just kind of partner up, like basically just like letting them work out of my spot, like part time, but we kind of doing so much business together where it pays off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was thinking about it like that. And just all right, yeah. So you say I do sales as well.
Yeah. So we actually sell devices, buying and selling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's crazy. It's really crazy because all right, so doing what you do, like a lot of repair shops don't actually resell the product. They actually a lot of them only make money repairing. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. So so I got a community where I help people, learn how to flip. And my higher ticket is, helping repair shops. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them really don't know how to, or even if they know how to list items.
That's crazy.
They don't know how to do it. So like, imagine how hard that is, like scraping up enough money to make it make sense for somebody that's not flipping as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's really all about getting the right vendors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because just like you got vendors with the screens, you got vendors with the accessories, you got to have vendors with the devices too. So as long as you got the vendor, that's it. You just add a a certain price on top. But of course, it take a lot of trial and error because you're gonna try different grades. You know what I'm saying? You might try C grade first because C grade cheap. So you might try to get something quick for your buck. Try C grade device.
Yeah.
Might get some complaints. Then you gotta move up to B or B minus, and then you finally move up to A and A minus. And to me, those are the mint ones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is everything I buy now. I don't buy anything in the B's or below.
Yeah. So when you say vendor, you mean cash buyers?
Like a wholesaler.
Yeah.
Basically, someone who wholesale devices, wholesale PS5s.
Oh, they sell them to you. They sell them to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't even
Oh yeah. Everybody sell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can buy screens. I sell screens and accessories too. You know what I'm saying, to other mobile people who probably come to my store, like, hey, can I buy a screen off you? Yeah, we sell them at all locations.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna tell some of my people to tap in with you, man. Like, let them know, man. Forget Assyrian, all them other little phone stores.
Yeah,
iFix, we not doing them no more. It's only level 10. You know what I mean? That's it. The rest of those guys, they mean nothing to me at this point, man. So, you do like any insurance things, like as far as with the phones, like insurance, like when they do like the claims?
Not as far as insurance, but we do make the invoice for you, so you can get reimbursed from your insurance.
Oh yeah, same thing.
Yeah, I have friends, they'll be like, hey, can you go and fix my phone now?
Yeah, they be
and give me the invoice, and I got to submit it to get reimbursed from my insurance. I'm like, yeah. I mean, of course, I still got to be paid up front. Okay, the reimbursement come back on your end, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah, I do things like that.
Yeah. All right, man. So look, man, I got a gift for you, man. It's my book, man. Navigate the Great, GPS to the Road to Riches.
Okay.
It's my self-help book, man. It's kind of like I just pretty much combined everything from some of my favorite self-help books, like Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, so and so, so and so. And we put a little book together. I wrote this back in 2023. There you go, man. You know what I'm saying? It's my gift to you, my brother, for giving me some time today.
All right, no problem, man. No problem. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna check out your book, man.
It's an easy read, man. We got I think you'll like it, my brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Be sure y'all check out Navigate the Great.
Yeah. It's on Amazon. GPS to the Road to Riches. Brandon McWilliams, I'm the author. Yeah. So any announcements, man? Anything coming up?
It is some stuff coming up. I can't really talk about it, but it's gonna be some big stuff.
Okay.
Some real big stuff. Like I said, I'm 10 years in now. I got a pretty big article coming out in August. Black Business Month. I'll tell you about that, but not too much on that. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for Black Friday this year. I'm just really planning about because I'm waiting on some other stuff to go through first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if they go through first, how it should go through, I'm probably be back by the end of this year.
Yeah.
Sitting right here.
Yeah.
No.
That's what's up, man. I was gonna say that's what's up, man. So we gonna be on the lookout for that. I know he doing something black for Black Friday, man. So we're gonna be tuned. But all right. So what would you say some of your a few things that made you successful overall in business?
Just staying dedicated.
Yeah.
Always working until each job is complete. And what else? I honestly have to say just being patient. Being patient. Because everything don't happen overnight.
Right.
Of course, you can work until, it work as fast as you need it to go. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't gonna be overnight.
How much difficult is it running four stores as opposed to one store?
It feels the same to me because my people are trained to run stores.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If you can't run a store by yourself, I don't even hire you because I make everybody work independently.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I went through, the motions of having someone and having somebody else there, and then it's kind of become like, oh, that person being the babysitter. You know what I'm saying? So right now we do no babysitters. Everybody know how to go in there, set up the store, handle all the repairs, do all the troubleshooting, call me when and get to something to where either it's a refund or, a problem that they never even seen before, which everybody who worked for me at least have 8 years of experience minimum anyway, up to 30 years. You know what I'm saying? With my oldest tech, my master tech.
30 years?
Yeah.
See, he been for the iPhone, man.
He fixing people's. Yeah.
Yeah. He said beepers.
Yeah. So
damn.
Yeah, that's the master tech. So
everybody
got different titles and stuff for what we do. And then when it's something that we can't do, we don't stress. We got places we outsource this stuff to. Like I dropped 2 iPads off at a place yesterday, and I dropped 2 MacBooks off at a place yesterday. At the end of the day, like we still can get paid. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna put whatever the price is on top from what the other people do. So we sticking with them with the headaches.
Yeah.
And we're not taking the headaches, we're taking the customers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I figured out like a pretty good method to where we can be more broad and, by outsourcing things that we can't necessarily do.
Yeah.
But in-house, we do have a guy who do HDMI ports and gain systems, power supplies, stuff like that. So he does soldering. So he just moved on the iPads too. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting him train more and get better. And then eventually I'm gonna stop outsourcing that. Because I used to outsource the PS5 repairs.
Yeah.
But we just slowly but surely building somebody up in-house.
All right, so I'm gonna just probably whenever I get some repair. So like normally with repairs, I sell them as is.
Yeah.
But if I fix them, I make way more money. So I'm gonna put that together.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, we downtown anyway, so it's quick.
Yeah.
My store literally like 6 minutes from here.
Yeah. I'm already knowing the one right downtown, kind of by I just know it's by the court, but it's like right by
right where you go pay your tickets at.
By Fulton Street, right?
Pryor Street.
Pryor Street, yeah, that's it.
One street down.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly, yeah. Nah, that's what's up. Yeah, no, like you said, you gotta do. He was fixing beepers back in the day. That's crazy.
Yeah, he been doing some everything.
You got Prop Joe with him.
You said what?
You said you got Prop Joe. He was on the wire. He was on the wire. And his he was one of the people on the wire, but he used to fix like radios like all day or whatever. Nah, that's what's up, man. So
yeah.
So all right. So what? So we got one downtown, one in Griffin.
Yeah.
What the other two at?
One in College Park on Old National Highway.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
And one in Jonesboro on Terra Boulevard.
Yeah, I'm from like the Old National area.
Okay.
Where about on Old National?
On the north side, the north part of Old National Highway.
Okay, so like near Gabby.
Nah, the north, a little farther up. So when you cross the bridge.
Yeah. So
like when you basically, it's Atlanta. Like consider Atlanta. But
yeah,
it's
I know you're talking. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like right where that big ass plaza is.
Yeah, we're right across the street.
Okay. Yep. All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So when you hire people, I guess people do have experience in fixing tech. So you just put a resume out.
Yeah, they probably come from a different phone shop or, try to start their own thing. Might just been working for them. They was probably just looking to work or, just build with somebody else.
Yeah.
But everybody always have experience. I don't hire nobody with no experience. Not anymore. Like one person still with me today, and that's one person that we did train from scratch. But at this point, they've been with me for 6 years.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I was to go back and do that, it would be just a waste of time at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do train people as far as having them pay me. You know what I'm saying? I usually charge $75 an hour, and I have trainers, whether it's me or one of my technicians, for every single thing. When it comes to outside of the hands-on stuff, when it comes to running the business, I train people on how to actually build a store, how to run a store, how to go and find vendors, how to keep everything organized with their vendors and stuff like that. So all that's on my website over at level10repairs.com/training. I repeat, www.level10repairs.com/training. And that's number 10.
Nah, that's what's up. That's dope. So you actually help people start the that's dope, bro.
Yep.
That's what's up. It's definitely we could definitely team up on some things because that's one of the things I help too. I help people basically start electronic stores.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't have as much experience with the storefront. You know what I mean? My mind is more like a hybrid. But at the same time, it's like it's all the same. So you actually help people start repair shops or any other types of businesses as well.
Well, that one is specifically for repair shops, but
that's dope.
Of course, when you're around me and you paying, just ask what you want. Cause it's your time.
I heard it was a repair expo or something like that in like Florida.
Oh yeah, they have them all the time. Florida, They actually had one in Atlanta like 2 years ago. That was the first one in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Outside that, most of them be in Vegas. So in Vegas, it's twice a year.
Mm-hmm. You ever been to any?
I went once about 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's
like when I first got started, and then. But to me, the thing is, it's like you mainly go for vendors. But if you already got your vendors, you don't got to go.
Yeah. So when you say vendors, you said vendors like for when you
for
buy
suppliers.
Screens,
Yep. For anything,
mainly supplies,
anything in technology.
Mm.
You know, people wholesaling phones, wholesaling temper glasses, cases, screens. You know, it's like everybody out there to showcase their business, basically. You know, they're vendors.
Do you buy from people like when they walk in? Like, do you buy phones from them as well?
Oh yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, but those ain't the phones I sell. I sell the phones from my vendors because I like to keep track of things. I like to keep track of all items that we sell. If we give you a receipt for the item, we can track where we got the item from. So that's, and we be sure it's clean too. And those come with receipts.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Let me ask you a question. Say a phone is passcode locked, but let's just say it wasn't iCloud, like it was just passcode locked. Is there a way that people can is there a way to unlock a passcode lock phone these days?
Oh yeah. You know, people forget their passwords all the time.
Yeah.
So let's say you forget your passcode, you know, you can bring it in and we can do a simple method, which is called the restore, and they'll get the phone back to where it's on the home screen like new. But that's only if it doesn't have the iCloud on there.
Yeah,
if
of
it
course.
Have an iCloud on there, we can't touch it.
Yeah. You don't even want to touch
it's
it.
Illegal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't even want to touch it if it got iCloud. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nah, that's what's up. All right. So, man, outside of work, man, what you do?
Shoot, I like to party. I like to be outside. I like to fly. I like to travel. I like shopping. I like to cook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna get back in the gym. I used to be big. I'm going to a gym every day for 3-4 hours and stuff.
Yeah. 3-4 hours a day?
Yeah, it's been at least 3 hours.
Damn.
Least. You know, well, first when you go, you know, you do your warm up. Then you got to take about 20 minutes, 15 to stretch. Then you just get on your exercises. And like, I don't like to burn myself out. And then, you know, after that, you know, do some cardio. I used to do 2 sets of cardio. I used to get on the bicycle and I used to run. Outside that, you know, getting in the sauna for 20 minutes. No, all that time be adding up.
No, I know. So, I work out.
It'd be about 3 hours.
I work out like every day. So it's like I be having to cut. Yeah, I don't be having that much time. So like, I might hit the sauna for 5 minutes after I work out.
I gotta be in about at least 20. I be in texting. I be in. I usually wear my necklace.
Yeah.
So as soon as my neck start getting hot,
you
time
take
to
it
get
out.
out.
Yeah. I was gonna say I can't really text. I be on there trying to post content and stuff, man. I'm doing an interview with the phone repair guy, man. Let me call you right back, AB. I got you. I think I left like 2 phones with you. I think I was going too fast. Okay, I'm gonna look in the car as soon as we're done with the interview. Give me about 15 minutes. You know I got you. All right. That's one of my cash buyers.
Yeah.
You know, I be buying stuff from him, he be buying stuff from me or whatever. Yeah, so like an hour, if I do like an hour, that's like a cool, quick workout, but normally about 90 minutes. So my cardio is like running. I don't really touch that. I do running and hit the punching bag. And I don't, like you said, I don't burn myself out too much. I might do like 2 supersets, a little cardio, 5-10 minutes on the sun, and then I'm out. But yeah, my phone will overheat. That's when I know it's about too much time.
Yeah, that too.
Really be the time though. Like, and then, you know, I go to LA Fitness, so it's not the best of the best saunas. You know what I'm saying? When you come down to it. Or, you know, you might see some shit you don't want to see in LA Fitness, and you like, it's time to go.
Right.
It's time to go. You got a morning routine?
Oh, when I get up, I usually make some bacon and some eggs. Can't leave the house without that. And my Gatorade.
You're from Griffin, yeah.
I be chefing it up for real. Other than that, you know, me getting fly. Shoot, you know, getting dressed, getting myself together, and from there, it depends on what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm either ordering or restocking inventory for some stores one day. I try to do that twice a week. That way, the other days I can be ready for the unexpected.
Yeah.
Because in business, you always got to be prepared for the unexpected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's some day somebody wake up and they like to work and they need an Uber, probably got to send them an Uber or something, so I got to be up. You know what I'm saying? At the time that my store is open. So my alarm clock is 10 a.m. because that's when my store is open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when I'm getting up and I'm just patiently waiting for my employees to call me.
Yeah,
That's what I really be doing. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna wait to call me if they need something like this, or I'm gonna go ahead and I'm already planning to do it. And I'm saying they call me before they get there. You know what I'm saying? It'd be some stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's my day, really, just waiting on them to call me and doing whatever I need to do for what they ask me to do.
Yeah, patiently waiting. Damn, I got to get on that level, man. Because I be patiently waiting on my customers to call me.
Yeah.
I need to be patiently waiting for my employees to call me. And then they need to call their employees, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Like today, I'm sitting back, feet up, watching John Wick. One of my employees called me. He said, yeah, I got a customer in here. They had got a screen repair, and for some reason, it's saying no signal. So, I'm just texting, giving him instructions. I'm going on the other app, ChatGPT, asking them questions about the problem, stuff like that, then relaying it over to him. And I'm just, looking back up, watching the movie, get a text, and back and forth. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it is a great position to be in. It's a position I always prayed to be in and dreamt to be in. But like I said, it came from me going to LA and wanting to live this life I live now.
Yeah. Now that's what's up. You ever thought of franchising any of your stores?
Yeah, I be back and forth with it. I really do, because I see how it can help and hurt a business. You know what I'm saying?
I can see too.
Because you can give me $15 or $30,000, $50,000 to buy my name, my business, don't mean you need to be representing my business. Because I don't got a problem opening up my own store anywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's something like, at this point, it's like it's a method. Like when I opened up my stores, it went from my past 3 stores I opened up, I've been done within 14 days.
What you mean done? Like start to finish? Like boom?
Everything. Windows, signs, everything.
Damn, furniture, you got a
inventory, phones out there. And now I'm at the point where I'm breaking down walls and being done in 14 days. At first, it was just like, it's already open space. Boom. Now it's like I'm knocking down walls. I'm doing the floors, realigning the ceiling tiles, painting ceiling tiles, getting electrician to do lighting, getting my graffiti in there, my burglar balls, my cameras, my furniture, and my inventory. And I'm open up in 14 days.
Yeah.
Being in license, everything on, like, yeah. Because I really lock in when it's time for me to, like, get something finished.
That beast.
You know what I said? For me, it's like I'm big on projects.
Beast mode. You don't have no somebody like you. I'm assuming you don't have no real like crazy vices. Like you don't smoke or nothing, do you?
Oh yeah, I do.
For real?
Yeah. I ain't never stopped doing stuff that I always do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, damn, you a beast, bro. I'm thinking you want to don't do shit.
The stuff that I slapped up on was like excessive spending. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because you got the businesses.
Yeah. Cause it's like we all be at a point where we spoiling ourselves up until people either have a baby or have a business. You know what I'm saying? When you have a baby, you start spending money on yourself. You start spending money on your child. When you have a business, it's the same as that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your babies. You got 4 of them.
Yeah.
At least 4 of them.
Yeah, and they small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, so I want to say
because I just renovated my Jonesboro store 2 months ago. Right before I did my tour for my 10th year anniversary. So then I was supposed to be finishing the renovations for the window part of the Atlanta store. So I'm about to change the decals on the windows, put some more lights going around the windows, and redo the door.
Yeah.
So those things I'm supposed to be doing for the end of this summer. So I'm gonna see if I can squeeze them in, but I'm gonna try and stay on track. But you know how it is. Sometimes you'll probably plan a deadline, then it might be the next month when you finish.
Yeah.
That's cool. But it's all about getting it started and getting it finished.
Facts. I was gonna say, oh yeah, man. I know you keep saying you mentioned you like to dress fly. I also buy and resell gift cards. So I be having gift cards like Saks, Neiman's, Bloomingdale, Dick's Sporting Goods, Academy Sports. So like between whatever, saving money is saving money.
Saving money. You got some Home Depot?
I ain't been seeing Home Depot lately, but
stuff I need to get from house.
Yeah, we could talk though. You know what I'm saying? I come across different things all the time.
Yeah.
So, you got any other ventures you want to mention outside of Level 10?
Yeah, I also have a nonprofit, which is Level 10 in Friends. Right now, we have given out 18 scholarships to high school students all over Griffin, Georgia, and we have signed them to Yale, Howard, Spelman, UGA, Princeton, some of the biggest Ivy League schools you could think of. We also host back to school bashes and food drives each year. So that's something that we've been doing now for the past 8 years. This year will be the 9th year. And it kind of turned into a block party. We had the police come block the streets off. We have people bring toys. We have a storage unit full of clothing donations we bring out. Nice hot food, and we just have a good time. Barbers be doing haircuts, the whole nine, you name it.
Not lying, man. I've been there. It'd be actually some cool people that pull up, like some, celebrities and entrepreneurs, and some cool people that pull up, man. So
everybody trying to be somebody. Yep. A few other things that I do is real estate. That's become my main shift as far as with my free time. So with real estate, I have done everything as far as from a new construction, a renovation. I flipped the land lot. I had a tenant, and now I just finished new construction. So with new construction, we now got it for sale. It's been on the market now for about 40 days. I ain't gonna lie, 40 days is starting to sound extensive. We just dropped the price on the buy. Probably about like $6,000-$7,000. Yeah. So it's a property that me and my property brothers bought back in 2021. Yep, 2021. And then we kept it for 3 years. We started building on it back in 2024. So it took us about a good 10 months to build it from start to finish. Like there's plumbing, cement, electricity, the whole nine. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. It's the biggest one in the neighborhood. It's amazing. So can't wait till that sells. Like I said, that's my first new construction. So that opened my eye up to which part of real estate I like the best. And I'll say new construction. Because you don't got to worry about going back about anything. I feel like it's the cheapest overall that you'll spend for what you actually going to get. But you just got to have that minimum budget. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like, well, you can do real estate with all types of budgets. But let's say you go in with $30K. It might be best for you to do renovation or to buy a house where you don't got to put much money and do like a more of a wholesale thing and just have somebody come cut the grass and clean out all the abandoned stuff in it. Probably,
quick, lipstick.
Something like that. And then you can add $15,000 and resell it. You know what I'm saying?
I've done that before.
So it just depends on which route you want to take for which budget you got. But I say new construction is always the best route because what are they going to complain about? It's new. It's really hard to complain about things when it comes to reselling something to a person. You just got to be sure that you're in the budget. That's it.
Nah, that's what's up. I never did new construction. I done fix and flip, done wholesale. I never had a tenant either. I did like short-term rental. Nah, that's what's up though. That's what's up, man. So you said in real estate, you knew outside of so real estate, we got level 10s and friends.
Yeah.
And we got level 10 repairs. So that's the
and those my main 3 things at the moment. I mean, I do have a few businesses that, I try and, here and there,
what stuff?
Because you always got to always try your ideas. That's the main thing, trying your ideas. I had a do-rag line. I still got some of the do-rags that I sell in my stores, but it's not something I promote anymore. Had a black truck business. I still got one of the Escalades at my house. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I tried as well. But the main thing is just trying all of your ideas on your time. You know what I'm saying? And knowing what works or what's the best for you and your brand and just sticking with it. Right. So, we can't win everything.
Yeah.
You got to win that song.
Yeah, I find what work for you, man. And just do that. All right, man. I know we asked this before, but you got anything you want to talk about? Anything coming up? Anything personal, business? It can be anything.
Shoot, I'm waiting to sell this house so I can finish my backyard. I gotta put my pool back there, stuff like that. Go ahead and finish my basement and do my landscaping.
Yeah.
So that's what I went on for me selling this house. Then I feel like my house project gonna be completed. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm big on projects and I don't like having open projects.
Yeah.
Then from there, like I said, Black Friday coming. I guess gotta see how I go.
Yeah.
See how things play out. Yeah, but it's gonna be a good time as far as me closing out the year. Because I feel like when we come to business, fourth quarter is when everybody give it their all. You feel me? When you hit that fourth quarter mark, it's like, oh, I got to be on point. Got to wake up. Got to knock it out. You feel me? Just because it's holiday season, you already know you're going to be spending extra money. You know what I'm saying? You just want everything to go through smooth. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, you know, everybody had them targets and them quotas they want to meet. So you want to hit that mark at the end of the year.
Yeah. What can the people find you, brother?
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook at AJ _Dewberry. That's AJ _DEWBERY. Or at Level 10 Repairs. And that's Instagram, Facebook pages. We have the Level 10 Repairs Atlanta. We got a Griffin page, a College Park page, and a Jonesboro page.
Okay. Level 10, man. Okay, cool, man. So been another great episode of Multiple Streams by any means, and great things go to those that hustle.
Yes, sir.
Yep.